What's up, guys? We are back for another review. This one is Kingdom Come Deliverance. As always, it's an honest review. It's a role-playing game. It's historically accurate, very much so in the way in every way. Okay, let's just put it like that. Your interactions with NPCs are voiced.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I'm feeling lucky today. How about you? Dice?
That's a bonus for me. You may hate it. I know a lot of people hated it for Fallout 4. You know, whatever. Why they hate it for Fallout 4, not for other games, I couldn't tell you. So it's an open world, and you can basically do what you want at any time. You can delete almost any NPC you see anywhere. You can be riding down the road, stop, go in somebody's house, and delete everyone inside of the house. You can sneak around at nighttime and poison people's stew, and when they wake up in the morning, they will eat the stew and they'll all die. Alright, you can do whatever you want. You can, like, this is an inn here. I bought a room up here.
Is there somewhere I could sleep here?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
How about if I pay you for several nights?
Sure. Let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
You can even haggle with the people. Okay, so realistic is not a problem. You can do almost anything you want. If you want to take all your armor off, you can do that. You can lay down and sleep in the daytime. You can learn to read. You can not learn to read. Whatever you want. Okay, so if you like games like that, then you don't really need to listen to the review. You should just buy it. I think I've seen it on sale for as low as $5. The thing that is most unique about this game is the sword fighting. The sword fighting is revolutionary. Okay, you start off with no skill, which you've probably heard about, and then you have to learn how to use a sword, which you training with somebody, or paying people to teach you, or just fighting whoever, learning the hard way. And even after you learn, it still doesn't do you no good. Now, this is for people on PC. If you're playing on a console, you get a completely different experience, and I recommend getting a PC because all the great games are on PC, and they're a lot better on PC. Do what you want to do. Even once you learn how to use a sword or an axe or whatever you're going to use, you will rarely run into one opponent at a time. Normally people gang up on you, and the AI is really good in this game. So you'll have somebody in front of you while somebody else is flanking you, and it's not like in a movie. It's not like in other games. They flank you and they stick their sword in your ear, and if you turn to face them, then the guy who was in front of you is on your flank and he sticks his sword in your ear. The battle is brutal. And once you get entangled in a battle, it is really hard to get unentangled. So it's realistic in the sense that, you know, in war had a lot to do with luck, and it had a lot to do with you better fight dirty if you don't want to die. So I suggest you do that, and I think that's a fun little way of role playing. I'm not much of a role player, but I don't mind playing some kind of, you know, psycho man at arms who just used to you know, go up in people's houses and delete them for no reason. Because that's fun to me. You know, doing things in a video game I wouldn't do in real life. I don't know why I'm going to play a video game to be all helpful with everybody. The way the game was intended for you to play really sucks. It is really boring. You're basically like a detective from back in the medieval
I'm
times.
at your service, Sir Knight.
You're sent here, sent there. You talk to this person, talk to that person.
Any work for me here by any chance?
The time between
How's your
action
hearing?
What?
is so long.
I said, how's your hearing?
It's like such
It's
a
perfectly fine.
drag
You don't have to scream.
between this
I mean, why are
little
you asking?
spoonful of action
there is
and
this one
that
little
little
job
spoonful of
I
action.
need someone who
So
knows
if
the
you're
area
coming
well
here
and
thinking
has
the
good
quest is going to be great, now don't get me wrong, the story is great. I'm not a person who watches cutscenes
all you've
and
got?
stories, but this one I watched. But the stuff that you actually do
Gone weak at the knees.
is boring. The game as intended is boring.
You're dead.
Unless you enjoy the stuff I've highlighted, this game ain't for you.
Enjoy this.
The sword fighting, revolutionary, yeah, but there's so little of it. As far as I can tell, once you get past the point, once you get past a certain point in the game, enemies stop respawning, people stop respawning. So that means, just what it sounds like it means. The game is a one and done experience. It's not like Fallout 4 where there's constant action, constant missions. You can have these radial missions. It's not Skyrim where you get this big long CVS receipt list of missions that just go on forever and ever, over and over again, and you never get bored. That is not what this game is. Alright, it's limited. So unless you have the capability to make your own adventure, and your own adventure involves basically murking out NPCs for no reason, then you ain't really gonna like this game past the first playthrough.
Hey, you!
Now, if you catch it on Steam on sale for $5 or something, obviously it's worth that $5.
Stop right where you are.
I mean, what's not? You're gonna have a fun time your first playthrough, but and I still play the game, but I have a fun time doing what I just told you, just being an absolute bandit to the NPCs. KCD 2 is coming out, and oh
God,
man,
help! There!
I'd like to believe it's good, but this developer company just,
What's the matter?
they are so strict with their, history and everything, getting the history of everything right. It's like, man, I appreciate that that's an interest of
Don't let
yours,
him get
but
away!
gamers
My
on the
God!
whole don't care. I'm not a historian. I realize that people like what's his face from Shadiversary really like it. I realize that people like Mac from Worth a Buy like this kind of role playing stuff, and but me, I want a game where I can do whatever I want, and the game just goes on and on forever, like Skyrim.
You'll die for
I don't
that.
want a game with big pauses between the action. Alright? I didn't buy a sword game thinking I was going to be a detective. When they run trailers of this game, they don't run trailers of you walking here and there and talking to this person and that person and, and buying things from the store and whatever. They run trailers of you racing on a horse and getting into sword fights and stuff because that's what's interesting. Well, if you know that's what's interesting, then why don't you put more of that in the game? Because they're high? I don't know. That's what's wrong with developers these days. And it's us who keeps, letting it happen by buying their games. And by not about supporting YouTubers that tell the truth. So like this video and subscribe to my channel.